What's going on, fight fans? This is Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Rob Jarrell, and this is my preview to tonight's super flyweight doubleheader featuring Chocolatito Gonzalez taking on Israel Gonzalez for Chocolatito's WBA super flyweight title. And then we have Juan Francisco Estrada rematching versus Carlos Cuadras for his WBC super flyweight title. These are going to be some great matchups considering they featured three guys who was in the super flyweight tournament. Unfortunately, Serious Cat Gonzalez is not in this, but he will be looking to make that return. I can see the winner of either one of these fights either fighting each other or fighting Gonzalez, or we also have Jerwin Akajas, the other champion Kazuto Ioka. So I mean, this is an exciting division. It's a very entertaining division. Ever since they weren't on HBO, they really haven't gotten the deserved due that they are warranted. But hopefully, this will be on primetime television. But right now, it's on the zone, and we really don't know what we're going to get. Hopefully, they are promoting this set of matchups. So we're going to start off with Estrada versus Cuadras. So both of these guys out of Mexico faced each other, I want to say back in 2018. And of course, let me check. Let's see. 2017. They faced each other in 2017, but it was not for a title. But what we got was a very entertaining fight, but we also got the unanimous decision that went to Estrada over Cuadras. And again, Francisco Estrada is one of these guys who will fight everyone. He's only lost 3 fights, one early in his career, then he lost one, which he avenged to Gonzalez, and he lost to Chocolatito. So I know he wants to win this fight, get to Chocolatito, and probably do a trilogy with Gonzalez, which I would look immensely forward to. But in that first fight, Cuadras, who is a volume puncher, not really the heaviest handed guy. He's not going to get a whole lot of knockouts, but he will lay some leather. He will let his hands fly. But against Estrada, it's almost like he didn't know what he'd do, so he just threw. Now, granted, when he started winging his punches, it really wasn't that effective. Sure, he may throw 5, 6, or 7 punches, but how many actually landed? But when he could throw his jab and his 1-2 down the pipe, or lead with that 2 going straight down the middle, he would get to Estrada. But Estrada is very patient. He was able to tag Cuadras with his left hook, a check left hook or lead left hook, quite a few, and he fought going backwards for the majority of the first half of the fight, but then he turned it around and started inching forward and crouching that space with his feet, not necessarily with his jab. He would throw the jab, but really he wanted to get in, throw the hook, and right uppercut combination, and he would always punctuate every exchange. He would throw less punches but be more accurate, and they would have more quality and steam on them. Whereas Cuadras would try a little bit of everything. He actually changed stances. He went from orthodox to southpaw. And when he went southpaw, I guess he was trying to give Estrada a different look, which was extremely ineffective because he was much more open and he wasn't really much better offensively against Estrada by going southpaw. So really what he needs to do is he needs to calm down. Estrada was very calm under pressure. He was very he took his time with the shots. He didn't rush, and when he needed to turn up the action, he would kind of limit himself to about 4 punches, but he will, again, you throw 4, you land 2, you throw 4, you land 3, while Cuadras throw 5 or 6 and maybe land 2, and that's if he's lucky. And then the punches of Estrada seem to push Cuadras back more, while Estrada, granted, they would land, but he would take something off of them. Cuadras had a lot of success going to the body of Estrada, but he's got to vary those punches up, and he's got to sit on those punches. He never really sat on those punches. He was just trying to score and get back what Estrada got from him. Estrada always seemed to sit down on his punches and really, again, took his time, inched his way in, used his superior footwork, and And that's what I see going forward with this fight. Cuadras has to calm down. He can't go in there with reckless abandon. He just can't wing punches. But he also needs to see if he can cut angles on Estrada. Estrada throws punches at great angles, but if Cuadras can use his footwork and turn and try to catch him off guard, then he has a chance. But if not, it's going to look a lot like the first fight. And again, he's going to retain that WBC title, and we're going to move on. He's going to fight the winner of Chocolatito Gonzalez or maybe Sarunga Jerwin Cajas. Doesn't matter. All those fights will be great fights for him. So let's move on to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez taking on Israel Gonzalez in the main event. Now, Chocolatito is still working it. Well, he's not working his way back. He's a champion again, but he lost those 2 fights to Siruskat Sarungvasai, had to take some time off. I think there was an injury. His trainer mentor, and legend Alexis Arguello had passed away during that time, so he really wasn't in the right frame of mind. I think there were a few other things that came up that really took his mind off boxing. So slowly but surely trying to find the right trainer. He settled on the trainer. I can't remember the name right now, but he settled on the trainer. He's bringing out those things that Chocolatito always did well. He's a very good puncher. Now, I take that back. He's an amazing puncher, and he always seems to get a head of steam, takes a lot off incoming punches. Now, he will take a punch, but he has a great chin. But again, he likes to turn, partially block it, punches coming at him, boom, boom, turn with the punch, and then likes to come flying in with his own. Once he gets a head of steam, then that's a wrap. He usually punctuates each exchange. He always seems to get that last word, the last punch in. And even when you think you're out of range, he gets enough momentum to really throw down a pipe. So Israel Gonzalez is a very good fighter, but if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts. And I can see why. He took on someone that Chocolatito beat recently in Call Yafai. And Israel Gonzalez also fought Yafai, but he lost. I'm sorry. Let me bring up Israel Gonzalez for a second. It was a unanimous decision. Now, granted, I think he made a very good argument for himself because he was able to get Yafai off his spot and make him hesitant to come in. He's going to throw a lot of punches, and he likes to work that 1-2, 1-1-2 very constantly. He's not someone who's going to fight on the inside. He's going to try to keep you at the end of his punch and make you hesitant every time you think about coming in on him. The problem is Yafai was able to catch him with a lead left hook quite a few times. Yafai's not going to jab in. He's going to punch. He's just going to punch with you. And if he's able to catch Israel Gonzalez with that lead left hook, then Gonzalez is definitely going to be able to catch him with his lead and come lunging in with the straight right. While he can jab, he's not going to jab. He's going to work his way in. And unless Gonzalez is going to let his hands go even more than he did in the Yafai fight, because he did outswing Yafai, I just don't know if he outlanded, he's not going to be able to keep a Chocolatito off him. And considering the fact that he only has about 11 KOs, you're going to have to outpunch Chocolatito much harder and much more frequently than he does. That's how Sarungvasai was able to beat him over 2 fights, one by decision, one by knockout. And with Chocolatito, he's going to take those punches. He does a very good job of punching with you. So if he's going to throw those straight 2s, or 1-2, he's got to throw it in succession as Chocolatito is coming in, or else Chocolatito is just going to work his way in, lunge with the left, come with the right, and maybe even hit him with an uppercut. Yafai actually did a very good job of hitting him with an uppercut as well, but I just don't see him making it 12 rounds. Hell, he may not even make it 8 rounds with Chocolatito. That's how good of a two-fisted puncher and underrated boxer that Chocolatito is. So that's my pick. I'm picking Estrada, and I'm picking the Chocolatito. It may not sound like very sexy, out-of-the-box picks, but I mean, I'm going with what I see, and that's what I see. And hopefully they'll get even better fights going forward. Like I said, Sarungvasai, they fight each other. Ioka, Cajas, maybe Estrada fight Yafai. Who knows? Who knows? So maybe even in a way, moves up and fights Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, and that will be a spectacular fight. So tell us what you think. This one was flying under the radar to me. I hope you all watch it. I'm going to try to catch it tonight, and if not, I'm going to try to catch it tomorrow or the day after, but I want to see these two fights. Hit that bell icon, hit the subscribe icon, share with your friends, tell us what you think down below, be respectful to us and each other, and until next time, fight on.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire.